I think the biggest reason why people leave the country is that Nigeria tests them beyond their limits. So when I say Nigeria tests them, like a failure of Nigeria or of living or existing here affects them in such severe ways that they're just like, I can't.
I need to leave.
I
can relate to that.
Sup,
Hi,
people.
everyone.
What's happening? Yellow Shelley, how you doing today? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Shrine Podcast. This is the show where we talk about music, pop culture, technology, and lifestyle from our lens as young Nigerians by way of
Canada.
Canada. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Welcome to the show, people. Thank you.
I feel like if somebody wakes you up and be like, Akindari, what is the Shrine Podcast? Yeah. The Shrine Podcast is a show where we talk about technology through the life by way of Canada.
What's the word?
It don't enter.
I've imbibed it. It's part of who I am now. It's just what it is.
It's what Nigeria does to you.
You get, it's part of my DNA. But yeah, welcome to the show, guys. As we always like to say, the Shrine Podcast is loads of bands with a hint,
Tintini,
just a little,
just small, like Salt Bay.
Chinkini, seriousness. Okay, we're a side of seriousness. Thank you for joining us. My name is Akindari, your co-host, and with me on the show today is
Jemima. Thanks, guys. Welcome to the
boom,
show.
boom, boom. Yeah, keeping this.
Thanks, everyone. Welcome.
Last week, you're all over the place, waving your arms around and shit.
I guess spirit, so it depends on whatever the spirit brings. Multiple personality.
That's okay. We welcome that. Welcome that. How's your week been?
Kasha Madupe. My week was good. It was a productive week. A little bit busy, because like we had an event. I don't want to mention country now, because if I mention country now, this one will start today.
Because I was to say, did you not just get back from Kenya?
This one will start today.
No, I said you're going to lie.
But yeah, I know if I mention it, look like I went to
G Money just came back from securing some more dollars.
No, I went to go
in the abroad.
I went to sell market.
Yeah, she went to sell market to secure some more dollars.
Yes,
in the abroad.
More dollars.
Yes.
Because unfortunately, it's not going to come to me directly.
She wants to add to her G-Wagon. So,
but yeah, it was a good week. It was a good week.
Ajala travel. Last year, Tomama was, if you know, be Dubai, na UK, na this one, na that one. This year, she just started again.
I almost
February.
went to Bangkok.
Almost went to Bangkok. I mean, come on.
That Bangkok experience.
Come on.
Anyways, that was your week.
My week was good.
You not go to Kenya?
No, me, I did not go to
Kenya.
I did not go anywhere.
You're in trenches.
Unfortunately, I did not. But it was good. I took there are some work things that I've been working on for a minute. Not a minute.
You've been pushing aside.
Not pushing aside.
Procrastinator.
No. Why are you such an Jesus? Not pushing aside, but like they just took that long because they were very robust pieces of work. So I got them.
You wanted
sorted
to do it
and
to perfection.
Done. No. It's literally the process. It's like if you are assembling a car, like if it takes 7 days, it takes 7 days.
Okay.
Like, there's nothing you can do.
You can't rush the process.
You can't. There's nothing I can do.
Okay.
To, speed the shit up.
Yeah.
So I got those over the line. It was good. And yeah, I'm looking forward to. I have an appointment with Nigerian immigration. In a few days. So wish me luck, people.
You already know. Wait.
Although by the time you are hearing this, I probably would have been back from the. So But Sasha, I still wish me luck.
You will talk about the experience or the next time we record. But are you like thinking about my hair, my earrings, like getting do you have like a what's it called?
I always have an apprehension.
Like a hair apprehension
as far as my physical appearance whenever I'm going to any Nigerian government establishment.
Yeah.
Even if it's local government. So, but the last time I went to go do my passport, I had dreads. Young dreads, admittedly. But it was not so much of a big deal. But yeah, I don't know. I need to take out my nose ring.
Yeah. For sure.
I might even need to take out my earrings.
For sure. And I think you should take them out before
you
you
take out their earrings.
Earrings, yeah, I think I took out mine when last time I did.
Actually, a colleague of mine just went to do her own. So, but I don't think she wears earrings normally. So. Yeah,
no, I
I'll
think
look into
ears
that.
are good, but like this, I just to
be safe.
be safe. Just before you enter there, just take out this and the nose one. I don't know about your hair, but
There's nothing they can do about my hair. Is my hair. I don't need to ask me to go and cut it. I didn't mind.
Oh, they said she wear wig. Have you seen how?
What?
I'm
I'm not wearing a fucking wig on my
God.
passport for fuck no.
Where like I think they have one kind of wig like that to sort of like cover like women if you come there with like maybe color there or something like that.
So like there's just a wig just hanging out there
Yeah,
that
that
different
they give
women
you.
just wear.
To just
take
they'll
the
still be like
photo.
it's for you to take photo now. So you go wear wig and take photo. I be no go wear wig and take photo.
Fucking hell, man.
Uh-huh.
Why is
But
space
yeah,
is so
you guys,
backward?
so-
The hell is that?
They probably will not do that.
Jeez.
But I'm looking forward to hearing what you experience.
Yeah.
They
Please
like-
pray for me. People should wish me luck. So yeah, that was my week basically. What do we have on the menu?
You
For
know,
people
every
to-
time when we start this episode, be like, this is the Shrine Podcast, by way of Canada in Jesus' name, which presupposes that, you know, we did talk about or we did think about Japa, Jalo, Canada, Japa. Yeah, basically, we're just going to gist briefly about Japa and like, you know, it's Japa syndrome and like it's just the trend because like recent times, like early last year, like there were a lot of, so if you've watched what's that Kemi Adetiba's movie, King of Boys, there's a clip where one of the lead actors or actors were a lot of that picture, like memes, were going around like last year, early this year. Like
I've
people
also
are
been
just
seeing a
moving.
lot of like something super recurrent I've been seeing on social media is like people just complaining about how like so many people in their group of friends have already left. Like if you have like maybe like you have a group of like 15 friends and like 13 have already left the country.
What's
And
it mean?
like so people are just like
People are leaving.
it's affecting everybody like in different ways. And at first it was the super technical professions, you know, like doctors, you know, healthcare, you know, lawyers.
And that's also because they were getting paid more, like they were getting more appreciated, right?
No, I don't think it's that. I think it's just the same reason I always advocate for people to japa. It's just a better quality of life. It's just
and also no, but payment is also part of it. So.
And yes, you know, yes, in global terms, because you can be making a decent living as a doctor in Nigeria.
If you're working like in a private hospital, for instance.
Yes,
because like
for
not in a
instance,
government
yes. But like
hospital.
admittedly, it's obviously not a straight line, and this we're talking about it in a little bit of oversimplification terms. But like, yes, you know, in global terms, you definitely be making more than if you were here. Sure, you get, and then there's also just the quality of life, and just access to opportunities and options, which is what is lacking here. Sure, you get. So
you think that's one of the reasons why people leave the country?
Yeah, I think the biggest reason why people leave the country is that Nigeria tests them beyond their limits. So when I say Nigeria tests them, like a failure of Nigeria or of living or existing here affects them in such severe ways that they're just like, I can't.
I need to leave.
I
can relate to that.
To share get. So that can come in different forms. It can be that you've spent, I don't know, 6, 7, whatever amount of years studying law, and then you're doing charge and bail, or like they're offering you 100K per month for.
Or you're not able to even graduate from school because there's strike or
like strike, you know, all these things, right? And like, you know, getting a job is hard. Like, even when you get the job, like just existing, surviving day to day, transport, fuel, food.
Especially if you live in Lagos.
Whether they will harass you, whether you'll be safe, you know, all that stuff. So I think that's why is mainly just to seek better opportunities. Opportunities that people feel, not that they, and I feel they rightly feel so, that those opportunities don't exist here. So they have to look for those opportunities elsewhere. And Nigeria has a huge diaspora. Like think they contribute something like maybe 5 or 10% of the country's GDP or something, just in remittances, in terms of all those money that people send
come from
abroad, like, upkeep money or black tax, or even people even investing, like people that live abroad but set up businesses here, or like who send money to their family to build houses or make real estate investments, or different kinds of things. So that inflow is like almost 50 billion a year, if not more. So it's a huge sum of money that Nigerians all over the world remit back home. So I think it's also so that they can do that. It's also why they move. Do you get you can provide a better life for your family when you have access to better opportunities, or better income, etc. So I think that's why. And I think I absolutely
you personally, why do you want to Japa? I assume you want to Japa, right?
Yes, so
why do you want to Japa?
Very soon I'll be coming to you people from North Lagos. Okay.
Why do you want Japa?
To put it simply, I just want a better quality of life. I'm 32 years old.
Agba.
There's only so many years remaining. Like, let's even say at best, I have another 32 to go, right? That leaves me at 64 years old. Right? And at that point, I'm nearing, diapers again. Do you get? So I'm just like,
64, relax.
I'm just like, I need to have a better quality of life. Like what I have here right now, for me, I am not satisfied with it.
And you know that there could be more.
Exactly. Like I've been lucky enough to travel to other places and experience other, environments. And I know, like I've seen much, much, much better elsewhere.
Yeah.
Do you get? I'm not saying that like I'm looking for the Garden of Eden or something.
Or like perfection.
Or some utopia, right?
Utopia. Morocco.
Some utopia. Like I'm still realistic with it. Like everywhere is going to have their own problems. But I want to have better problems than queuing for fuel, or, looking for Naira. Or like, will there be lights? Will there not be lights? Like, you get?
It's the little things.
It's the little things, So Nigeria is too chaotic for me. Like even oftentimes when we are talking about Japa and stuff, we always talk about like, there's a certain amount of money you can make, a certain level of wealth, income, success you can achieve in Nigeria that like Japa is not really.
It won't be like on your mind.
Yeah, living in the country is not really like a big deal to you. But even at that, because I have seen those people, and they are also complaining about stuff. Like they also have things that they come, because when you leave Banana Island, like, and enter other parts of Lagos, the potholes will be there waiting for you. Do you get? Like the poverty will be there for you to see.
Hey, you're even looking outside your balcony, living in high rise Lekki or whatever. And you're seeing poverty. You're seeing people living
you're seeing destitute people. You're seeing homeless people. Like, so it's not. Nigeria does not feel like it's going to turn a sharp corner soon. Do you get? If it's something that like maybe you can have hope, you can say, okay, maybe in the next decade.
Let's give it some time. And you can only have that hope if something has already started.
Yes, if you've
working.
Been seeing,
like if there's,
if you've been seeing evidence of that, like, things are changing, or the mentality is different, or the policies is moving in a different way, or like certain structures are coming into place, etc. Right? But like, if you look at all the trends, and I work in social development, so I look like basically I'm constantly looking at everything that is wrong with the world, right? So I constantly see
so
what
that
is
you
wrong
can
with
solve it.
Nigeria. Well, try to, because man, don't be Jesus. But like the trends over the past 3-4 decades has not been trending in the right direction. So undoing that much damage is also going to take an appreciable amount of time. And I don't feel like Nigeria has done anything for me to warrant committing to experiencing that, or even believing itself that the change is going to come. I fully believe that this country is going to get to a better place at some point. I'm a bit more skeptical if that point is going to be in my lifetime. But also, I don't want to stick around and find out. You get? Like, Nigeria is so awesome to experience from outside Nigeria.
You understand?
It's so incredible. When you come, do your holidays, IJGB, go to all the clubs in Lagos. go back to
but if Nigeria
sanity.
gets better in like maybe when you Japa and it gets better, would you want to come back?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I feel like a lot of people want to come back.
You think if things work here, people don't even want to live in the first place.
Yeah, because you don't want to be in
like you don't see Americans
minus
like going,
2 degrees cold.
I cannot live here again. And even though they are always cleaning themselves with gun all the time, like you don't see them being like having that itch, like, or being so frustrated to the point that they're just like, oh, Canada is the way. Like this is the answer. Do you get like if things work here, people would not want to leave.
Yeah.
You know, people, you've experienced this before when you've traveled to a European country where you walk into a place and you just feel there's a certain feeling you have when you're the only black person in the room, or like maybe there's only 3 or 4 of you and like 20 other white people. Like you're just there, like
just a little bit out of place, like.
But you never feel that here.
Yeah.
Like everybody's black like you.
All
like,
of us are the same.
Do you get? So like you know that no matter what, there's like 2, 3, 4, 5 things I can definitely relate with this person with, no matter which part of this continent they are from. Just by virtue of that, like you are both black people.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Same way, white people also have the same thing. Caucasian, Asian people, etc. So, if things work here, people don't want to leave now. Yeah. Like people want to stay where they know. Exactly.
God bless you so. Anywhere where you go, make you no forget area. I agree with you. I feel like people will not want to leave. If I have the same sentiment too. I mean, I started thinking about leaving Nigeria like pretty late because I was always one of those people that would be like, well, you know what, if I grind enough and do enough and make enough money, I would live comfortably and I'll be good, right? Yeah. I would travel, I'll come back, but I don't want to, like, leaving the country was nothing. It was not like at the forefront of my vision.
It was
because
like you didn't. The reason wasn't a need.
Yeah.
Like
even though it was not like I was like
balling.
Yes, balling, like I was in money or whatever. But
I
just knew
it's
that.
Not like you're balling the way you're balling now.
I'm not even balling now. Get out. But I just knew that like if I did enough and applied myself enough, I would get to where I want to be and I would live comfortably. But obviously, things happen that change
living
the
comfortably.
trajectory.
You have to see living comfortably.
Do you understand? Like things happen that I was just like, you know what? Yeah, there could be something better. And even at that point, Seth, not only like experience what life could be like outside of this country. That's why I always advocate that like if anybody can, at least once in their lifetime,
and when they travel,
they should leave Nigeria. Like it's so different from like when you see it, like when you know that there's something different, right? Because
you can see
you have
when
friends.
you see it in the movies, it's one thing.
It's
like
one
when
thing.
you're actually there physically experiencing.
I mean, you even have people that can
thing.
tell you that this is what is happening now, whatever. Like you know that this is the life that they are living there, but you've not experienced it. You just know, and you know, this life is good. But like when you go there, is a different experience. Like you are basically like living it and seeing what could be. So that was just like what it was for me, and I'm just like, you know what, there can be something that is better than the status quo, right? Apart from all the other things that like significant incidents that happened that like this Nigeria no be place where person feel live, but like there could be something better.
Yeah,
and it's not like it's out of the thin air. It's not like you're thinking or imagining it. Like there's literal places like that where things work. Like the basic that's what I mentioned when you're talking that is a little thing. Is me driving an Okada not removing my side mirror. Do you know how many times Okada bike guys? That's why I was so happy when they banned those motherfuckers. Do you know how many times they remove my side mirror? That kind of thing cannot happen in
this trailer not falling on people. It's not queuing.
Do you understand? Like yes, so they have their own like I think people also get it twisted in this old Japa thing where yes, I'm going to look for a greener pasture and they feel like, oh, everything is going to be 100%. Like, but no, like those places have their own issues. And like you said, you want to be able to take, the issues that you want to deal, you want it to be smaller. You want it to be better. You want to have
better problems.
Better problems to solve, not light.
Yeah.
Not, thinking about, oh, you walk out and somebody's going to hit you. Like, those things can happen quite all right, but that's not the norm.
Likelihood, yes, it's also not the norm, yeah.
But over here, it's like the norm.
Yeah. Like sometimes somebody will come and like somebody will post something like terrible happened or something, and they'll be like, this happens every day in Lagos. I'm like, as if like that's supposed to be okay. Like, no, like it should not be happening every day. Like,
it's normal. And that Lagos thing that you mentioned is also key, because somebody was telling me a story that they went to, was it Benin or something, somewhere not Lagos, and it was in a bus, and the bus broke down. And when the bus broke down, he started shouting like to the driver, like, give me my money, Joe. Give me my money. He said everybody were looking at him in the bus that, who be this one? Like, everybody just came down, went to the side. The driver, removed the whatever jack thing, changed the tire. Figured everything took like maybe 10 minutes. Everybody waited, and then when it was done, I said when he entered back in the bus, it was just, he couldn't see anything. It was like things that Lagos will make you feel like is normal. Because in Lagos, if your boss breaks down,
give me my money,
the next thing is give me my money. Then the conductor is looking for another bus to put you in or whatever. Or so the chaos is already there. But like, you've seen that something, I have seen that something can be better.
Bro, I went to England.
And I'm just like, yeah.
I went to England. I wanted to enter the train. And when the train stopped and the door opened, like all the people that were outside the train, they all just filed automatically as if somebody just pressed a button. They all just moved to the side of the doors and formed a straight line, and then almost like a guard of honor for the people alighting from the train. And after everybody came out, then they entered. And I was like, I mean, wow. Okay.
In Lagos, Nigeria,
I don't every person to enter bus before for this Lagos. Legit. You get. In fact, I don't struggle enter bus. People say they thief my phone. I leave the bus, start to chase the person will move my phone for this same Lagos or any other bridge. So I know that. Oh my
God, these are the things that Lagos will do to you.
You get me? So it was just eye opening. So I also feel that, like, for me, another thing also is like, no shade to people that are going through, experiencing Nigerian education right now. I wish you all the best. But I wouldn't say that like I am confident in like our curriculum or like, the Nigerian education system like this now today. So
do you mean like federal schools or public, private, everybody?
Everything. Top
no
down.
Private schools, they bring expatriates come and teach.
Which expatriates?
Lecture.
And how much do they charge you for that? How much do they charge you for the expatriate that's coming to teach you?
A lot of money now.
Exactly. Meanwhile, in some other places, some people are going to school for free and they are getting that expatriate level education for free. So
fair enough.
And then, so I don't feel confident. Like, I personally do not want to give my own kids this kind of education. Personally. No. Anybody that wants to do that, everybody do your thing. It's not everybody that even has options self. She gets. So there's also that, but ultimately, I feel like sometimes we criticize, they criticize people, they'll be like, oh, why are you leaving your country? Something. I'm like, for all intents and purposes, the country that is chasing them. You get, like, it's not just wake up and just like, let me apply to Canada. Let me just be going to Canada. Let me go to snow that I've never experienced in my life.
Do you understand? Like, I want to be wearing
extreme,
I want to be layering up
temperate climates that, is not in my DNA. Do you get? Like, people don't just wake up doing that. Like, the country push them to make those decisions. And so if you can, please look for that other life, that better quality of life for yourself.
I get that, but like, what does that mean for, like, the country and the economy as a whole? Because,
the country will be fine.
You mentioned we're talking about doctors.
People have been jackpotting since the 90s. We are still 200 million plus. Do you get? Like, see,
actually, I think I saw something where people say like there's an illusion of people that like we have an inflated sense of the number of people jackpot. We think there are a lot of people, but they are not. They are not a lot. They don't make.
I think, was it maybe 2020 or 2021? I saw maybe it was like maybe 40,000, maybe 40,000 in total that like visas that were given to Nigerians to the UK.
Wow.
Do you get? Like 40,000 is not that's like one neighborhood. In fact, it's not even up to a neighborhood self. Do you get what I'm
like
saying?
One street.
You get, and like, you know, it's not just like whole families. It's not like grandmother, you know, their own children, then their children's children, their whole lineage just like moves. It's not that. You get. So when you compare the amount of people that are living versus people that are in the country, first of all, let's say, when you compare the amount of people that can afford to leave the country, it's a very small number.
Yeah.
Do you know how much money
That
you
even
need
have
to
the
go to
luxury,
Canada?
bro.
To go to UK.
For you to even go and get your passport safe, like you have
Do
to
you get-
pay.
do you know how much-
So you need to have
Who
that
has
money
35,000 naira just lying down around for
that they're not
passports?
using to eat.
Do you get?
instead.
Like most people don't have that. You get? So to be able to even do it is a small, very, very small group of people. So the country go there, right? And also those people that are also moving, that are also going out, they're also paying it forward or paying it back, if you will, by through their remittances, and the money that is sent back into the country is one of the things that Nigeria benefits the most from. It's one of their biggest inflows of foreign exchange. Do you get? So
it's also good. It's not.
what's just sad about it is that, like, of all these people that are moving, you don't know who could be the next, you know, great researcher, great inventor, great
That could take
whatever.
Nigeria
Exactly.
to
That
the
could
place
take us
quicker.
to another level. You know, you never know. So yeah. Anyways, all of that to say that if you can, please, that's my own gospel to people. Leave this place. Nothing there. And if you can't, you know,
do your best.
do your best. I hope Nigeria is kinder to you. And yeah, you know, we hope we're able to explain some of the reasons why people Japa. It's not like they're unpatriotic or they just don't care about their country or whatever. Like, now Nigeria, they push them to do harm. So,
But me, I even what about those people that they Japa? And like you said, Nigeria is best loved from the diaspora. But like they Japa, and then they now feel like they can tell Nigerians what they should do about like certain situations.
they are stupid.
Okay.
Like, you can give your advice or give your opinion or whatever. Like, you cannot
You're
come
not-
and be acting like you can give. You cannot be speaking as if you have lived the experience when you don't.
Especially like since you
Maybe someone has
You're
lived
not
Nigeria
yet-
for like 10 years. Do you know how much Nigeria has changed? In fact, if you leave these streets and come back in 10 years, you know how much just this street alone would have changed in 10 years. Talking of an entire country. So you can't
use that as
you
a
know,
basis
you cannot
for-
now come and position yourself as like, oh, you are the one that has the higher level of opinion. You know, that's just stupidity. Sure, you get. It's like abortion and like male lawmakers and all these politicians trying to like tell women what to do with their bodies. So it's the same thing. Like, you cannot come and it's not something that you experience, but you might have slept with a woman, you know, you might have children, you know.
But it's not your
But-
it's not your lived experience.
You don't mention every month, you don't, so it's the same thing. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening to us. We appreciate
You have
your
been
time.
preaching Japa.
Thank you so
Japa
much
gospel.
for the longest time, probably since we started this podcast.
How will the country move forward? Preach
Omo.
Japa gospel.
Get your PVC. That's how the country can move
No, by the
forward.
time this episode is out, we probably already know who the next president is.
Maybe.
Yeah. and
Yeah, we'll see.
We do. We'll come back and talk about
Yes.
that.
We'll all deal with it when it happens. So yeah, thank you guys so much as always.
No recommendation.
Sorry. What's your recommendation? I don't have any recommendations. I don't have any recommendations this week. Okay, so it's a new recommendation week. You know, we have these sometimes. It's what it is. Blame Nigeria.
Nigeria. Blame fucking Nigeria.
But yeah, you know, what are your Japa stories? Do you want to leave the country? You know, do you want to move? Where do you want to move to? What routes are you considering? Let us know, man. I want to hear from you guys. Also, you know, are you one of those people that a lot of people from your friend group have moved?
Sorry.
You know, what's that like? You know, how are you dealing with making new friends? And also how you maintaining those relationships? Let us know. Send us a DM or a comment on Twitter at The Shrine Pod, on Instagram at theshrine.pod, or you can shoot us an email as well with your feedback, your critique. You want to ask us questions, you're having relationship problems, money problem, whatever it is, hit us up. Let us know via email. The email address is theshrinepodcast@gmail.com. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
we
everyone.
appreciate and love you all. Till next time, peace out.
Adios.